Okay, hey everybody, back at you again with the Fisto character for He-Man, and this is more of the original character, not the brass armored one, but the original '80s version. So I'm going to save this over with the, or share this rather, over with the page in the channel, so that everybody can join in on us. For those that are awake right now, if not, you'll be able to catch this during the replay during the day today. As of right now, ding, there we go, cool deal. I'm going to knock this out with first off, jumping right in here and coating his skin and giving him the original tan that he had, which was phenomenal. I just wanted to make sure that everything's going to hold up. There we go. Yeah, nice E13. Going to give him that tanned look. He was one of the darker skin characters on the cast. They always gave him this really outdoor type of dark tan, but this color works really well for that, without going too far over where we need it to be. I mean, it's kind of a George Hamilton type of tan for me, but you know, a little dark. But like I said before, it beats the spray on orange tan, you know. So it works as a great complexion when it dries up and gives that great bronze, warm brown, without going too far either direction. But this character is, I think he was based on an Irish type of background, because he's got this orange, red, brown hair thing going on, and it's really unique to the character. But anyway, got this massive shoulder right here, and you can't see a lot of his arm except for the bicep here, because he's got that thing that goes down and around on the armor. It goes up behind his elbow, so you know, with the fist. So I'm going to do it this way, like this. Cool deal. Now I'm hoping in the movie they do a modernization to where, you know, they give some more not that I want to get political about it or anything, but I'm hoping to give some more people of color and culture some fitting spots in the movie. It would be really cool to see that happen, because I noticed as I do all these sketch cards and stuff, all these guys are white. So, but I'm not one to go there, so you know, keeping the politics out of it. But I mean, it is what it is. So it's the elephant in the room, so we've got to address it as it comes. But I'm not going to do this purple. Just on this piece here, I'm going to do it blue like the original appearance, because if you check out the 80s cartoon series, he originally was purple in the stripes that were on his armor and such, and then it went to blue in mid-season, and then it went back to the purple, and the action figures came out purple. But and I think he got a power sword at one point that was purple as well. Man-at-Arms made everybody replicas to match their powers and strengths and whatever, and the one that came out with the figure, the original figure, was purple as well, and cracked me up to no end. So always found that interesting and humorous. Let's see, I think that's his sword pack there from his hip, or is that the one? I don't remember what that is, but anyway, I'm gonna go in with some of this armor. It could put such a long gap between these things when I go off and draw them, so that we can see what's what. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to lay down this toner before I go in for the hair. It's just a T3, typical T3. It's going to be a little middle ground. It's not like the neutral. It's a little bit warmer to the brown side of the. Trying to get behind that ear. That's the reason I hesitated. Sorry, I just didn't want to go over that ear. But it's more of the brown tones, so it's a little bit warmer instead of going all the way over where some of this would. It's not as cold as the neutral would be. So it's got a little bit more red or brown into it rather than the gray, the blue, like the cooler colors, or the neutral, which is a solid dark gray. I like this one because it gives it a little bit of a cold cast type of mold to it. So it's really neat the way that comes out in these markers. These paints come across really cool when that effect happens. Okay, I'm going to base coat this one. I've decided I am going to base coat this one as well, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to do that anyway. So, because this fist will be a little bit lighter than the metal that he wears on his chest. So the end result will show the difference. I normally go outward, but with this being right in the middle of the card, it's not really going to matter. Get this ornament on his chest here. Okay. Got that going. Got that. Boom, done. I like it when these base colors come together, because then he starts to come together with a form and it starts to shine out and things start to pop off, because you can see segments where they're supposed to be. It's like, oh, that's what that is, or oh, that's what that is. You know, I get that a lot with these sketch cards, because people want to see them finished, because it's, you know, as a flat piece, sometimes the sketch is a little weak in places. I'm going to go ahead and do that as a metal wrap around. I'll do that as the side clamps for his armor here. So I think that's what that was anyway. That big piece that goes on the side there and strapped them together down to his hip. But yeah, I like these coming together. They start to show up and it starts to come to life and starts to get color to it, you know, gradation to it, and starts to pop off. I'm going to pull out these Artist Loft colors to give it that bright red and bright orange tone to his beard and hair here. I really love these colors. I love, love, love these things. They're awesome. So they're very forgiving. Not as cool as the Copics, but they work. They hold up. They hold up. I have to keep them off my ink though, because they like to wet my ink down and pull the graphite out from underneath. Which I haven't had any gnarly major accidents yet with these, but I don't want this one to be the first one for sure. Because these watercolor markers will flood out. Then that's no fun. It's no fun, I tell you. It's no fun. But I like this though, because that graphite gives it a little bit of a grit. And it makes it look a little more organic, like hair, which is awesome anyway. Because it gives the striations throughout. It gives a rippling effect. So it looks like it's got some darker hair in it here and there, kind of thing. Awesome. Hey, Christian. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Got some people hanging out with me on Facebook. And gonna get right underneath this very cool classic mustache here. There we go, cool deal. Now I'm gonna grab this red first. I think I'm gonna go straight for the brown because there's not enough red in his hair to really bother. So I'm gonna go straight for the brown and keep it really light. We don't have to do him like we did Baseman and kind of fill it in too much. We can keep it a little open without so much red in there. Just going to catch the shadow parts of this wonderful beard in here. I wish my beard would fill in like that. Unfortunately, I've got one of the thinner beards like Johnny Depp has, you know. Mine's not as wiry as his, but it's definitely one of the thinner beards of the men in my family. So my dad has a great beard. I want a beard like his when I grow up. He's got a great, he's just one of those people, he could grow it out and turn right into Santa Claus. He's got a big full beard. Let's see here. I think putting some old school DC type of blocked highlights here. Nice. Very, very nice. Now I've got a, oh, if I don't knock it off the desk, I have a an E99 sitting here, which I think before I get into this armor, I'm going to go in here and kind of give him just a little bit of a tanned accent here and there. I think that's very cool. And that'll darken up at first, but then it'll lighten up a lot when it dries, and it'll be very balanced. It'll be cool. I really dig the look of this character. A lot of contrast going on here. Okay. I'm going to get right under here, under these eyebrows for this eye ridge. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. Like he's looking up, give him a heavy shadow on his face, like he's looking up. Gonna come running at somebody. Okay. Crunch up his brow a little bit. Give it a little bit under the hairline. So he looks like he has some volume to his hair. Catch the bottom lip here. Like that. Right under the lip. Boom. Right under the nose there. Boom. Done deal. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to finish this up with a couple of different grays. I'm going to go in with this this very cold C6. And like I said, I wanted this to have a colder, cold cast look for the body armor. I want it to look very heavy. Very heavy. Okay. Little touches of light there. That'll make that look really neat. Okay. Kind of make this shadowed ridge here, or we can bring some depth into it. Get around there. Boom, done. Cool. Put that right in there. Put a little bit of an edge here. Give it a nice highlight right there. That will work. Okay, go down here. Catch pretty much all of this. Cool deal. Go down here, catch some of this under here. So this looks like totally different segments of his armor. Okay, cool deal. That's starting to pop up. Now, I'm going to go with this a little bit lighter T5. I'm going to go in here and contrast some of this armor so it'll dry a different tone. Okay, this is a toner, so it's going to be a little bit different. And that's exactly what I want. I want it to have a little bit more of a warmer color. But not much. This gives it a dull finish because this is a true gray. This is a toner. It's not the darker gray that the neutral would be, but it'll do the job. Because of where that finger's at, it's going to be a little bit different. Catch that top side for that finger. More light's going to hit this one because his fist is tipped up, so it's going to have a higher end. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to work great. Okay. Now the pinky finger is going to be down underneath because of the way the fist is clutched. It's a little bit up. He's clutching up, so that knuckle is going to roll down and under. So that's going to catch the least light, and it'll catch a little refraction from the bottom. So that's pretty much what you'll get. Boom, done deal. Now we'll get the underside of that hand. Catch a little more light from underneath. Do that fantastic thumb right there. Just spot coloring that because it's going to be light, again, tipped upward. Kind of feathering that in. Little spots here and there. I want this piece to catch a little bit more light. And down under here, ridge, and very tiny shadow right there along the edge. And then big one right there on the top. Then that elbow piece, that plate that goes down into the back of his arm, down his forearm and down to the elbow, where that big knob on his elbow is for the spike. Let me see here. They always give him brown eyes for some reason. Brown or blue, no options. Okay, cool deal. Now, because he's finished, just to contrast the heck out of this and be a little different, I'm going to go green right up against him here. Flip back over and make sure I'm on camera for you guys. Hey, Noel. Hey, Jason. Glad you guys made it. Thank you very much. Sorry I didn't say anything sooner. I was very intent on getting this card done. Okay. Trying to lay out my edges here because this, as you can see, this one's getting really dark, and the reason it's doing that is even when I rotate it, it's still very saturated. Okay. Very saturated. Wow. Okay. That's going to be it for this one. I think we've about got him. So, with that said, thank you guys for hanging out with me yet again for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful episode of this thing, and getting this done and making this bad boy happen. So I'm going to shadow this eye real quick like this, and then we're going to call it a day. So I appreciate it. Until the next one, thank you very much. We had this world for a little while. Do what you can to make it better for the next generation. See you next time. Take care.